In this section of the walkthrough, we will be doing several side quests. Many of these side quests are completely optional, and you don't even have to do them throughout any part of the game, while other ones, such as the trading sequence, are required to a certain extent, and we can start them now, so why not? In Mabe Village, head to the southeast corner and enter the building that has the label of a shop on top of it. It's not actually a shop at all, it's actually a trendy game, which is a mini game of sorts. Speak to the owner, pay 10 rupees, and then walk over to the switch. If you press B, the crane will move to the right, and then if you press A, it'll lower. Once you release A, the crane will go to the ground and grab whatever's underneath it. The items around will move, so you have to time it perfectly. However, there is a Yoshi Doll right in the middle, and since it's stationary, it's really easy to grab. This turns out to be the first item in the trading sequence. You got a Yoshi Doll. Recently, he seems to be showing up in many games. I always found that to be kind of funny. Anyway, leave the shop and head up a screen, and slash through the bushes here, and you will find the first secret seashell. There are 26 of these in the game, but you actually only need to get 20 of them. When you get 20 of them, we will be able to upgrade our sword to the level 2 sword. And that's still a ways away, but we got our first one. Head up a couple screens and then left the screen and speak to the woman here who is carrying the baby. If you talk to her, she notices you have the Yoshi Doll and she wants the Yoshi Doll, and in exchange for the Yoshi Doll, she will give you the ribbon. This is the second item in the trading sequence. You can actually talk to her husband, I suppose, and he will actually give you a hint that he is going to get lost later in the game. Head over to the screen with Bow Wow and enter the door on the right. And there's like a mini chain chomp here. And this chain chomp likes to dress up. And the chain chomp sees that you have this ribbon and it wants the ribbon. So in exchange for the ribbon, it will give you dog food. I'm not sure where this chain chomp exactly got dog food from. I didn't think chain chomps were dogs. Anyway, head up 2 screens and you will see there is a fisherman here fishing in this very tiny pond. Agree to pay 10 rupees and he will teach you or show you how to fish, and you can fish. There are 5 fish in total here. Once you toss your line out, if the bait is close enough to the fish, it'll grab on, and at this point just press A and B real quickly and it will reel the fish in. The little fish will each give you 5 rupees, but since it costs 10 rupees each time to toss your line in, every time you catch a small fish, you are actually losing 5 rupees. The big fish, on the other hand, will each give you 20 rupees, so they are worth trying to catch. Even more so, though, the one that's directly underlinked that I just caught here has a piece of heart, so it's well worth your time to try to catch that one. You can try to catch the far one at the bottom left. I find myself always accidentally catching the little fish, though, and losing rupees out of it. Anyway, that is the second piece of heart, so grab it, and that's pretty much all we can do in Mabe Village for now. But we're not quite ready to go to Tail Cave, the first dungeon. We want to follow along this path. This is the exact same path we went along when we got the sword. So you can defeat these sea urchins, defeat the Octoroks, and make your way to the right here, and you will find there is a small building. Enter the building and you'll find there is an alligator. Talk to him and he wants the dog food. Apparently alligators like dog food? I don't know. It's yet another one of the weird things about Link's Awakening. You'll notice there's quite a bit of weird things. In exchange for the dog food, the alligator will give you bananas. Why this alligator has bananas to begin with, oh, I don't know. We now want to backtrack to the left a bit on our way to the first dungeon, and we'll run into a few more of these sea urchins. One thing about these sea urchins that I didn't mention before, in addition to Link's Awakening taking enemies and characters from the Super Mario Bros. Series, they also take enemies and characters from the Kirby series. And in particular, these sea urchins greatly resemble those of Gordos from the Kirby series. They're actually identical, more or less. So it's just all around theft from Nintendo games. I picked up another Guardian Acorn, and you'll notice I avoid some of these throughout the game because I honestly find the music to be incredibly annoying and they appear so often. Anyway, here I am at the entrance to Tail Cave. I used the tail key on the locked door, opened the entrance to the first dungeon. So enter it to take on your first major challenge.